Nearly 3.8 million years ago, the Earth was a savage and untamed world where survival depended entirely on instinct, courage, and constant vigilance. Vast prehistoric. Jungle stretched endlessly beneath dark clouds and blazing suns, covering the land with towering ferns, colossal trees, poisonous plants, and deep swamps that swallowed anything careless enough to step into them. Giant insects buzzed through the humid air, while distant volcanic mountains continuously released smoke into the sky. In this dangerous wilderness lived a small tribe of early humans who wandered across rivers and forests, searching for food, shelter, and safety. They were not kings of nature, compared to monstrous creatures surrounding them. Humans were weak, slow, and defenseless. The tribe wore simple animal, hide coverings tied together with vines, and they carried primitive wooden spears tipped with sharpened stones. Every morning, they woke with uncertainty, never knowing if they would survive another day. Their leader was an experienced hunter named Tarek, a strong man with scars across his arms and a face. Hardened by years of survival, Tarek understood the jungle better than anyone else in the tribe. He could read broken branches, footprints in the mud, and strange sounds hidden inside the wind. One evening, as the tribe traveled beside a giant swamp glowing beneath the orange sunset, an unnatural silence suddenly spread. Through the jungle, birds stopped singing, frogs disappeared beneath the water. Even the insects became quiet. Tarek instantly raised his hand, warning everyone to stop moving. The hunters tightened their grip on their spears, while mothers pulled frightened children closer to their bodies. Slowly, huge ripples began, spreading across the dark swamp water. Something enormous was moving beneath the surface. Then, without warning, a gigantic serpent head rose from the swamp like a nightmare from ancient legends. Its massive golden eyes reflected the fading sunlight, and its enormous body stretched endlessly through the muddy water. The Titanoboa had arrived, and terror immediately consumed the tribe. The giant Titanoboa moved through the swamp with horrifying silence, despite its unbelievable size. Its dark green scales glistened with muddy water, while its enormous tongue flickered through the humid air, tasting fear itself. The tribe froze in panic as the prehistoric monster slowly lifted part of its giant body above the reeds. Some hunters had faced saber-toothed predators before, but nothing compared to this creature. The Titanoboa was longer than several trees combined, thick as a massive fallen trunk, and powerful enough to crush giant animals with a single coil. Fear spread rapidly among the tribe members. Children cried while older hunters stepped backward with trembling hands. But before anyone could escape, the serpent suddenly lunged forward with terrifying speed. Water exploded into the air as the monster slammed into the shoreline, knocking two hunters aside like broken branches. Tarek shouted for everyone to run toward higher ground, while several brave hunters stayed behind to slow the beast. They threw sharpened spears toward the Titanoboa, but the wooden weapons bounced harmlessly from its thick scales. The giant serpent hissed violently, a sound so deep and powerful that it echoed across the jungle like thunder. Trees shook as the monster crashed through ferns and muddy pools, chasing the terrified humans through the swamp. Tarek grabbed a burning torch from a nearby fire pit and realized the creature hesitated when never flames came close to its face. He immediately ordered the tribe to gather dry branches and create more fire. The hunters quickly formed a defensive line, while women carried children toward the rocky hills nearby. Smoke rose into the evening sky as the humans desperately fought for survival. The Titanoboa coiled around a giant tree and crushed it apart with terrifying strength before slithering closer toward the tribe once again. Tarek knew they crushed it apart with terrifying strength before slithering closer toward the tribe once again. Tarek knew they could not outrun the creature forever. The jungle belonged to the serpent, and night was rapidly approaching. As darkness slowly covered the prehistoric wilderness, the humans prepared themselves for the most dangerous battle their tribe had ever faced. As dawn rose over the prehistoric jungle, golden sunlight revealed the destruction left by the battle. Broken trees, crushed reeds, and muddy ground showed the Titanoboa's overwhelming power. The exhausted survivors gathered near the cliff, wounded and grieving those who were lost. Despite their pain, they realized something important. Survival depended not on strength alone, but on intelligence, teamwork, courage, and fire. Targ stood silently at the ravine, looking into the darkness. Where the giant serpent had fallen, the tribe decided to leave the dangerous swamp forever and search for safer land beyond the mountains. In the days that followed, the tribe began to change. Young hunters learned from Targ's leadership, improving their tools, making stronger spears, and building better shelters. Fire became their constant protection, kept burning through the night. The terrifying encounter with the Titanoboa turned into a powerful memory that shaped their survival skills. Elders often retold the story around campfires, warning future generations about the ancient monster of the swamp. Over time, the battle became legend. It reminded early humans that fear could destroy them or make them stronger. In a world filled with deadly predators and harsh nature, humanity's true weapon was not size or strength, but the ability to think, adapt, and stand together. And so, their journey of survival continued across the wild prehistoric Earth.